Hi, everybody. I'm Adam Flanders from Thomas Jefferson University Hospital. Almost forgot where I'm at. Uh, and I'm joined here, as you already saw, by Mike Tolkien. We're going to kind of tag team on this little presentation, talk about the data contributions pathways, because you've already heard there's potentially two ways you can get your data into MDRC. And you probably say, well, why are there two? Well, we've got a set of we've got a set of criteria for why one pathway might be better than the other. But the important thing is we are here to help you. So we'll help you decide which works out best. I mean, one of the decision points potentially is if you already have a prearranged data set that you've already squirreled away, that might be best suited for one pipeline versus if you are a site that potentially has a dynamic changing data set where you can continuously provide data, that might be more attuned for the other pathway. So the main thing is we wanted to kind of give you a brief overview of this, and please, we encourage you to put questions into the Q&A and we'll try and answer them as we go along. So next slide, Mike. So we are a team of people that has a fair amount of experience with the management and curation of DICOM clinical data through a lot of different experiences, clinical trials, registries, and through the data science challenges that you've already heard about. We're also have a lot of familiarity with PHI and HIPAA regulations and how to manage PHI. Keep clicking through there for me, Mike, will you? Thanks. We also have a lot of experience with securely transferring huge volumes of data from various sites because of the experience with clinical trials registries and data science challenges. And most importantly, we have a lot of experience helping you prepare the paperwork. Next click there, Mike. For preparing the paperwork. This is, for some people, is considered either maybe the most time-consuming part of the process, not actually transferring the images, but getting the permissions from your various IRBs, compliance offices, and so forth. We can help you prepare the documentation because we already have a number of boilerplate data use agreements and data sharing agreements that we've been very successful with at various institutions. Next, please. So this is kind of an overview of the pathway of the contribution, which we're going to go through. And but basically, how do you get started? Well, getting started means you're on this call. So that's why you're here. And we're going to take you through some of the requirements required for regulatory and legal requirements. What is the other metadata you need to include with your imaging data? Because the imaging data is extremely valuable, but it's even more valuable with the additional metadata. The process for submitting the data itself, how the data gets de-identified at your site and processed before it's actually uploaded. And then, some of the other important aspects, like when the data will ultimately be published and made available, and then all the things that we're going to do to help support the process to make this relatively easily and hopefully as painless as possible to make that all happen.